Shalom Akai, Yabarakai, Basmayim, Bahashem, Hamashiach Yahushai. Praise to the Abnal Yahweh, Basmayim, Bahashem, Hamashiach Yahushai. We're going to go in. It's going to be more than it's going to be a couple parts to this. I want to go in the difference between a free will offering, tithing, and alms, and what they mean, and hopefully we can get into what the purpose of them are. I want to go to the tithing first. I was going to start with the free will, but we go to the tithing first. The first appearance, or of a tithe offering is in Genesis 14. Genesis 14, 16 through 20. Right there.
All right, it's Genesis chapter 14, verse 16.
All right. Start 16.
Verse 16. And he brought back all the goods, and also brought again his brother Lot, and his goods, and the women also, and the people.
See, what was going on right here is when it's going to go into how the king, because of the Most High being with Abraham, Abraham was able to defeat this king and get his people back. You see what I'm saying? And their goods. But go ahead.
All right. And the king of Sodom went out to meet him after his return from the slaughter of Chedorlaomer.
See, and this is Abraham and them slaughtering the king's people pretty much. So the king came out to meet him. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
And of the kings that were with him at the valley of Shavah, which is the king's dale. And Melchizedek, king of Salem, brought forth bread and wine, and he was the priest of the Most High power.
See, now he bringing. We'll keep going. Keep going.
And he blessed him and said, "Blessed be Abram of the Most High power, possessor of heaven and earth. And blessed be the Most High power, which hath delivered thine enemies into thy hand." And he gave him tithes of all.
So the king came out and gave Abraham tithes of everything. But we're going to go down a little bit and see that Abraham didn't accept it. Right here, we go to 23.
All right, verse 23. That I will not take from a thread even to a shoe latch, and that I will not take anything that is thine, lest thou shouldest say, I have made Abram rich.
See, Abraham saying he don't want him to be able to say that he made him rich. Mm-hmm. So he said, therefore, he wasn't going to take any of those tithings. But that was the first appearance of tithing. And now we can go to Jacob real quick. And a tithing, we can go to the definition I wrote down. It says, despite the fact that people use the word tithe with church-related giving, it only means a tenth. That's what tithe means. It doesn't mean that you have to give a tenth. It only meant that you had to give a tenth at this point, because the Most High, at one point, because the Most High made it a law. You know what I'm saying? But
all right, you want Genesis what?
Genesis 20. I believe it's Genesis 20 and 22.
No, it only go to 18 verse chapter.
Let me see. Man, what was that? I don't recall where it is on the top.
What is it talking about?
It's talking about where Jacob was speaking to the Most High. Pretty much, he said if the Most High would bless him, that he would tithe a tenth of all this.
That's got to be let's try 30. Because you remember 25, they was born Jacob and Esau. So it's got to be.
It's right. Yeah.
30.
Let's see. 20.
That's when the children of Israel was being born. Is it around the time when he wrestled with the Most High? Or the angel, whatever?
It's all good. We ain't gonna worry about it right now.
Sure.
Yeah, it's cool. I'll get that on the next one. Let's go to Leviticus 20. No, Salaki. You know what? I got you out. Genesis 28. That's where it's at. Genesis 28, 20 through 22.
All right, this is Genesis chapter 28, verse 20. And Jacob vowed a vow, saying, if power will be with me, and will keep me in this way that I go, and will give me bread to eat, and remnant to put on, so that I come again to my father's house in peace, then shall the Lord be my power. And this stone, which I have set for a pillar, shall be power's house. And of all that thou shalt give me, I will surely give thee the tenth unto thee.
Okay. So that's Jacob pretty much making a covenant with the Most High, because the covenant ain't nothing but an agreement. You know, so
I was just about to say that. That's a marriage, like, yeah.
Right. So he making a covenant with him. He like, if you give me these things to sustain myself, all that I get, all that I earn, I will give you a tenth of it. So that's him before it was put in the law, telling the Most High that he would give him this tithing. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that now when it got put in the law, it was Leviticus 29, 30 through 34. Then we could go into the free will offering for a second.
Leviticus 29.
Mm-hmm.
There's only Leviticus 27.
Salaki, hold on one second. Man, I must have wrote it down wrong. Let's see. That's right. There you go. It's 27.
What verse?
29. We can start at.
All right, this is Leviticus chapter 27, verse 20. Chapter 27, verse 29. None devoted, which shall be devoted.
No.
30.
Right here. 30.
Okay. Salak, verse 30. And all the tithe of the land, whether of the seed of the land or of the fruit of the tree, is Yahweh's. It is only unto Yahweh. And if a man will at all redeem aught of his tithes, he shall add thereto the fifth part thereof. And concerning the tithe of the herd or of the flock, even of whatsoever passed under the rod, the tenth shall be holy unto Yahweh. Keep going.
So this is talking about when the Most High plays the tithe in the law. So he's telling us pretty much what, because tithe, like I referred to, just means tenth, and that's why he's saying we give him a tenth of everything. Mm-hmm.
And concerning the tenth of herd, or the tenth shall be of the tenth shall be holy unto Yahweh. He shall not search whether it be good or bad, neither shall he change it. And if he change it at all, then both it and the change thereof shall be holy. It shall not be redeemed. These are the commandments which Yahweh commanded Moses for the children of Israel in Mount Sinai.
So that's the tithe. That's the tithing laws explaining us a tenth of whatever we had to get to the Most High pretty much. Now, real quick, in Exodus 35, this is talking about the free will offering now, because we have the tithe offering, which you see where it was talking about Jacob. It said he bowed to the Most High, so that was free will. Now this free will one, this is something different. It's not really an agreement. It's us pretty much giving from our heart desire. You know what I mean? Like we pretty much not asking the Most High anything back in return. Right. You know what it's talking about.
That's what, 35?
35 and 29.
All right, Exodus chapter 35, verse 29. The children of Israel brought a willing offering unto Yahweh, every man and woman whose heart made them willingly to bring for all manner of work, which Yahweh had commanded to be made by the hand of Moses.
See, now this is going into he demanded that this work be done, but it said they chose to give this freely from their heart. It wasn't that we had to give him something in order to get something back. They just was moved to do this for the Most High.
Right.
So that's what a free will offering is. You make a vow when you're doing the tithing. That's a commandment. But the free will offering is just us giving something because our heart moves us to give somebody something.
Right.
Now we'll do just a couple real quick on the alms. We can go to Leviticus 25 and 35. That's in the law where it's telling us about the tithing. I mean the giving alms.
What's that reading? The Bible?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah, for real.
I thought you was are you Muslim?
No. Hebrew Israelite.
There's a certain time you gotta read it.
No. I'm just choosing to read it right now. I always think we're Muslims, don't you? Yeah, but then whenever you get it, you go ahead. Leviticus 25, 35.
All right, this is Leviticus chapter 25, verse 35. And if thy brother be waxing poor and falling in decay with thee, then thou shalt relieve him. Yet thou shalt be a stranger or a sojourner, that he may live with thee. That's it.
So if he was pretty much going into how alms is pretty much helping the poor. That's why I said if your brother is waxing poor, you know what I'm saying? So that's the law. If your brother is waxing poor, that you're supposed to go ahead and help him. It's on Deuteronomy 15, 7 through 8. I'm trying to find this one in your pocket for real fast. But it's Deuteronomy 15, 7 through 8.
All right, Deuteronomy chapter 15, verse 7. If there be among you a poor man of one of thy brethren within any of thy gates in thy land, which Yahweh thy power giveth thee, thou shalt not harden thine heart, nor shut thine hand from thy poor brother. But thou shalt open thy hand wide to him, and shalt surely lend him sufficient for his need, and that which he wanted.
You know, that's what I'm saying. That's what it's saying. You're supposed to help your brother or, you know, a person that sojourn with you. That's now this is the difference, right? You supposed to open your hand when you dealing with alms. You open your hand to the poor. You know what I'm saying? Or the oppressed. That's what that law is about. You helping your brother that's down and out. You know what I mean? That's what the alms are. And the free will offering is giving something free from your heart, not because you have to, but simply because you feel that it's the right thing to do, or you know that it's the right thing to do. And as again, even that free will offering will be dealing with the poor, because if you see somebody down, you see somebody hurting, you should be moved to help. You know what I mean? And with the tithing, we learn that even dealing with Jacob and dealing with Leviticus, that this is something that we do for the Most High. For the Most High, it's mandatory for us to give him 1/10 of all that are first fruits, pretty much. You know what I mean? So that hopefully that edifies somebody, and now that we know that, people will tell you that tithing is done away with, but we know it's not. We ain't even gonna get into that right now. But you know, and like alms, I'm trying to find, you know, what the scripture is in the Apocrypha where it talks about alms cover a multitude of sin.
I don't know exactly where it's at, but let me see.
Okay. can go. Let me see. Where we at? Slovakia. Yeah, but there's one that talks about, while you getting that, I'm going to go ahead and read this one in Tobit real quick. Tobit 1:7-8. I really want to get that one. And it talks about alms covers a multitude of sins. But this is Tobit chapter 1, verse 7-8. It says, the first 10th part of all thy increase I gave to the sons of Aaron. See, and this is Tobit talking about keeping the law. It says, who ministered in Jerusalem, another 10th part I sold away and went and spent in every year at Jerusalem. And the third I gave unto them whom it was meet, who was right, as Deborah my father's mother, and commanded me, because I was left an orphan by my father. All right, Tobit 12:9. So that was an example of Tobit keeping the law.
And also, Tobit was what he did for his people that was dead. He buried them.
Yep.
That's giving alms.
Right. That's like it's talking about open. It's talking about open communication. Like communicating is also a form of alms, because like when you're doing alms, it's saying that you're helping the poor. Now you could be helping somebody poor in spirit by communicating the laws to them, or brother, that a person can be poor in spirit by not knowing the law, not knowing what they're supposed to do for the Most High to be close to them, and by you teaching them, that's also giving alms, because you're helping those that's poor in spirit. But this is Tobit 12:9. It said, for alms doth deliver from death, and shall purge away all sin. Those that exercise alms in righteousness shall be filled with life. So alms are very important. It's very important to help the poor. Now we're going to go to this to show who does the Most High say the poor are, because the Most High puts everything in this book. All things written aforetime were written for our learning. So we're going to go.
I gotta go back to
I'm gonna just get this last one real quick. It says 3 and 9, I believe. No, 2 and 9. It says, this Revelation 2 and 9, it says, I know thy work and thy tribulation and poverty. So poverty is somebody that's poor, or somebody that's in poverty is somebody that's poor. But thou art rich, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie, but are the synagogue of Satan. But the point of that was he is talking about the Israelites being in poverty. So we are the poor and oppressed. So that's why I say it's in Leviticus or in the law to help your poor oppressed brother. Because if you get more than your brother, by the Most High blessing you, you're supposed to help that brother.
Because really, that's the reason why he blessed you, to help yourself and help others that's in need. So.
And hopefully this was edifying Salakia for the pauses, looking for the scriptures, but hopefully it's edified between the difference of a free will offering, an alm, and a tithe. That one say Shalom.